roll. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Mr. Reality, thank you for hosting. For those of you listening to this recording, thank you also. I would love to hear how you're all getting on with the CTT. We get so much positive feedback. This stuff is life-changing if you stick with it. Okay. Very, very important. I think a lot of times people want, they've gotten into this mindset of instant gratification and we're just going to wave a magic wand and one session, one and done. No. And that also goes for those of us working on CTA. What happened? We've done pump groups before where we were pumping coins, and then people start to see the coins going up, and then they stop. They stop tapping. You don't stop tapping, okay? Even if you start to see results and whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you don't stop tapping ever, okay? What you do is you shift. Okay, now I've met this first step of my goal. Now I'm going to work on the next one. Okay. Once you stop giving energy into your manifestation, you're not getting any more, you're not going to manifest. You have to keep constantly putting energy in. Okay. We came across a lot of information at the weekend. There was so much here, and I'm trying to condense it down the best way I can. One thing that we came across, okay, with this AI, with evolution, if you think in terms of souls, souls have been knocking around on this earth plane for millions of years, okay? And what we know from doing the CTT and the past life regression is the fact that at first the earth was pretty much barren apart from water. And we came in as aquatic lifetimes, life forms. Most of us started out as like one cell organisms, or that, and then we built and built and built. And then, I don't know, I guess it wasn't really working out so well with the aquatic lifetime. So now we need to put land. And now we're going into like grass and trees and wildlife. And so all of those have souls, okay? All of those. Now, as we're going through the time, okay, as the earth is evolving, everything is evolving. Think about the evolution back then. It was very, very slow. Even as early humans start coming down here, and we're caveman, we're Neanderthals, whatever you want to call us, we are so limited in our brain capacity and our consciousness expansion. And again, evolution was extremely slow, almost stagnant. I wonder how long it took for humans to realize that they could cook with fire. Probably thousands and thousands of years, right? Think about that. Think about how slow it is. And then we were, tribal, we were nomadic, thousands of years. Then we started to set up communities, thousands of years. And as we start going forward, evolution is starting to speed up. Okay. Now, in the time that we are in, with the AI, with robotics, and maybe even quantum computing going forward, now the evolution is at breakneck speed. Okay, what does that mean? Well, our souls are still operating with the slow evolutionary times, okay? We learn by hindsight mostly. Hindsight, after we finish the lifetime, we are basically, oh, now I understand it. Oh, now I know what not to do. Or maybe if I just redo this, but in a different way, I can maybe accomplish the life lesson. Okay. And our souls are really slow at grasping modern day concepts. It's only now that we're sending information into the soul that money is important. Okay. Not having money makes it a very difficult life, as we all know. Now, some people are very happy not having money. And then some people hate the people at the top. I've noticed, like, especially with that US debt probe, why don't we just tax the rich, the greedy, blah, whatever? Okay. I'm not saying they're good people. I'm not saying they're bad people. But what I will say, and I have said time and time again, if you have those hostile feelings within your energetic being or consciousness anywhere about anyone who has money, guess what? You will not attract. Money will say, you know what? I'm not loved here. Because if that person who has a lot of money, and money is energy, and they're hated, and this person hates these people with money at the top, then they're going to hate me because I am money, right? You have to think about that. You've got to let that go. And even more so with what I'm about to say. So, as we got into a CTT session, thank you, Senor Manifestor. This is again one of his CTTs. Amazing. And what we got was that the souls are so steeped in this slow evolutionary process. I mean, to again, grasping these concepts are very hard for them. So, this thing about having money as a tool to make your life easier, they don't like, a lot of them are not on board with that. So, all of you that are trying to manifest financial gain and you're having great difficulty with it, well, that's because your soul doesn't see the importance of it. And that's where you have to use CTT to send that information into your soul. Okay, guess what? We are in 2025. This is important. That is important. Education is important. A career, whatever your goals are, this is important. But what we got in this session was that these souls are stuck in the dark ages. And what they're doing is they're only worried about the trauma. Okay. A lot of them are worried about, oh, I got to make sure I have this trauma and that trauma and this trauma and that trauma. And this is how I roll because this is what I've been doing for millions of years. And this is what I know. Now you look at the time we're living in, and it's as if the universe has raised the bar. Okay. So, what does that mean? With the fact that now we're moving at breakneck evolutionary speed, our souls are not going to be able to keep up. This is going to be really, really difficult for them. And they're going to still want to do this and do that and this trauma. Oh, maybe I'll get hit by a car, whatever it is. Okay. That is not going to work going forward. It really is not. And we got that so clearly that our souls have to change and keep up, right? And so that means instead of using trauma to grow the consciousness in such hideous ways, okay? I'm not saying that we should come down here trauma free because that's not why we're here, but hideous amounts of trauma. It's not going to work going forward with evolution. The soul is really going to struggle to keep up with all these changes. We have more access to information and we have more opportunity, but the soul is not taking advantage of that opportunity. It's not taking advantage of all the tools that are out there now to grow and expand the consciousness. It's still worried about, oh, how can I make this terrible for me? Okay, so we've got to flip this. We have to change this around. It's not going to work going forward. And this may be our only opportunity to send this information to the soul to get them to change. Now, whenever I'm telling you to send information to the soul, you're not one and done, folks. No, it's not. Oh, okay. I did one round of tapping and I told my soul that money's important. Do you think the soul is going to get that straight away? No. Oh, God, no. Look how long it took them to become a human, right? And there's often this, anytime there's this transition point with the soul, okay? Meaning, oh, I'm going to go from aquatics to land to dinosaurs to reptile to this to that. Usually souls are very, very hesitant about taking the next step. And you'll find also, definitely when I do the CTT, that usually the lifetimes right before becoming a human, they're primate lifetimes. And there's such great hesitancy at going that big leap into humankind, even though conscious mind, right? Really going from back in the dark ages, making that jump from primate to human, there wasn't a big difference with the conscious mind. If you think about early humans and brain capacity, you see what I mean? Like, so, but the soul gets really frightened at these big changes and it's really slow to adapt. Okay. Now, going forward, the soul is going to be left way behind. So, what I thought we would work on today, if any of that makes sense, geez, I hope it does. And I tried to put it as brief as I possibly could. But what I thought we would do today is we're going to send this information to our soul. Okay, now just even though we're doing this one today, if you want to go forward with this, and if you just want to take that manifestation phrase, okay, what we're doing here is the affirmation tail ender process, but you don't need to open, you don't need to close if you're just doing a manifestation. Now, for those of you that are trying to pump CTA, you need to open and close, and that was explained in that video. Here, if you want to go forward, because it's going to take more than one time to send this information to the soul, you can do this recording as much as you want. Any of those CTTs you can do as much as you want. By the way, you can tap as much as you want. The more you tap, the more enlightened you become. It's so true. If you combine that with scalar and other modalities as well, and you're doing all this stuff, right? Brilliant, because you're just going to move faster. But we have got to send this information to the soul that you're going to have to speed up. You're going to have to keep up with the times. Now, how are they going to do that? How they're going to do that is by using money as a tool to expand the consciousness and use all of these tools that are available to us. Okay. So, unfortunately, most of the people that are doing these types of things, you need time. You got to have time. You don't need to be working 5 jobs. Oh, I know. I'm going to crank on the difficulty and I'm going to make her work 5 jobs. No, you will never have time to grow your consciousness. You will always be living in survival mode. That's not good. So money needs to be a useful tool to grow the consciousness. And we've got to get that information through to the soul. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability, and it may be a little long-winded here, to send information to our souls that in order to exist in a fast-paced evolutionary process, we need for our souls to provide tools, meaning money, and whatever else, so that we may grow. Sorry, I told you it was long. Our consciousness at the same rate. Okay. Now, Mr. Reality, if you want to tell everyone how to tap, we got some new people here. Thanks, everyone.
You're going to be repeating with me as Liz guides us through our consciousness transformation technique meditation. And if you feel yourself saying negatives that feel uncomfortable, the point is to verbalize those and remove that energy. So don't worry about what we say, just repeat. You can add your own. And when you get something, you can type it in the chat. You'll tap with your arms crossed in front of you, tapping on your biceps or your triceps as you repeat with me.
Thank you so much. And thank you for hosting as always. Don't forget, Mr. Reality does teach remote viewing. So those of you that want to learn remote viewing, please reach out to him. So in true to form, it's Monday morning. The dark are playing their tricks. I got a truck outside my window who's cutting a tree, and it's emitting so much white noise and it's trying to scramble my brain. But what do we do when the dark comes? Right? We know this. You know this by now. They're saying, oh, well, just showing up and waving like a dark energetic fist in my face no longer works with Liz. So let's crank it on. We had the nurse standing in here going, what in the hell fire is going on? We had all kinds of disruptions and disturbances. And now I've got a truck emitting white noise outside my window. Lovely. So we're going to persevere. And that's the lesson. You have to keep persevering, no matter how hard things get. You have to show the dark who's boss. You do. All right. So now we're going to open. If you are prone to seizure activity, you're on seizure medication, you have a history of seizures, do not attempt to do the CTT. It's highly stimulating to the brain. You may and probably will have a seizure, so please do not. Okay. Second thing, once we open, do not leave. This is a very, very important energy exchange protocol. Please follow the protocol. Open responsibly, stay till close. We are doing energy removal. It's not a toy. It really isn't. You have to take energy very seriously. You can really hurt yourself if you do not. All right, so now we're going to open. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the chat. I just ask that you do not message me directly because it throws me off. And you won't get a response anyway. All right, so let's open. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, let's go with treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability to see
the optimum ability to see
recognize, use,
Re-
and enjoy
recognize, use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
If anybody ever wants to put me in a psychic torture chamber, you just have to play white noise, right? It scrambles the brain. You see what tool they're trying to use today? This truck is like, it's white noise. I'm like, oh my God, come on. You've got to be kidding me. All right. And the last part, which is the most important part, when you are messing around with energy exchange, you have to make sure that the energy is disposed of responsibly and cleanly. You do not have dark energy hanging around your home, infiltrating your house, the people in your house, the people in your car, if those of you are driving. It will come back to haunt you. Trust me. All right. So this is how we are responsible with energy. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy, dark energy.
They will dark energy, thank you. They will transport it into the spirit world
They will transport it into the spirit world,
and they will transmute it immediately into white light positive karma
and they will transmute it immediately into white light positive karma
and put it back into the universe.
and put it back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Okay, so we've opened responsibly. Now we're going to say our manifestation. And again, it's easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to send information to our souls that in order to exist in a fast-paced evolutionary process world of, let's change that to world. We need for our souls to provide tools so that we may grow our consciousness at the same rate in a positive way without any negative consequences. I know that's a mouthful. Okay. I know it is. And I'm sorry about that, but wording is everything here. All right. You ready, Mr. Reality?
Mm-hmm.
Let's rock it. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to send information
to send information
to our souls
to our souls
that in order to exist
that in order to exist
In a fast-paced evolutionary world,
In a fast-paced evolutionary world,
we need for our souls
we need for our souls
to provide the necessary tools
to provide the necessary tools
so that we may grow our consciousness
so that we may grow our consciousness
at the same rate
at the same rate
in a positive way
in a positive way
without the need for trauma
without the need for trauma
and without negative consequences.
and without negative consequences.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
Oh, let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right, Mr. Reality, what did you get?
I see cavemen making fire and women,
Yeah,
cavemen and women making fire.
yeah, yeah. Because that's the rate of speed we're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our souls do not want to keep up with the changing times. Do not want to keep up with the changing times. And I got, you are not that important. I'm like, thanks, spirit, or thanks, the dark. So, what we're doing here is the messages we're getting through. These are what are called tail enders, right? These are the blockages. These negative messages are residing in and around the energy field. And now we're going to let them go, get rid of them so that we can bring more positive affirmations, positive white light into the energy field and not have so much, not have as many blockages in the energy field. All right. So again, those of you that are always here, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Drop what you get in the chat. Mr. Reality will pick it up. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Our souls are stuck in the caveman times.
Our souls are stuck in the caveman times.
They move at a snail's pace.
They move at a snail's pace.
They're more concerned about the wisdom
They're more concerned about the wisdom
instead of taking risks
instead of taking risks
and moving in a transitional way
and moving in a transitional way
to keep up with the modern day pace.
to keep up with the modern day pace.
I am not that important.
I am not that important.
I'm going backwards.
I'm going backwards.
My soul is going in reverse.
My soul is going in reverse.
It doesn't want to have to face the new future.
It doesn't want to have to face the new future.
It doesn't see financial or monetary tools as the way forward.
It does not see financial or monetary tools as the way forward.
The soul has existed so long without the need for these things.
The soul has existed so long without the need for these things.
I am responsible for my own consciousness expansion.
I am responsible for my own consciousness expansion.
I have made it this far without any tools.
I've made it this far without any tools.
I'll just rely upon myself, excuse me, and not what is available.
I'll just rely on myself and whatever is available.
Or sorry, not the things that are out there, not what is available.
Not what is available.
What else?
I don't have the coping skills to move forward.
Ah, very good. I don't have the coping skills to move forward. I don't even know who my soul is.
I don't even know who my soul is.
They're a mystery to me.
They are a mystery to me.
I cannot connect with my soul.
I cannot connect with my souls.
It's like we're two different beings.
It's like we're two different beings.
What else?
I yearn for the nostalgia of old.
I yearn for the nostalgia of old. Yes. What else?
I still need to process my past life traumas.
Mm-hmm. I still need to process my past life traumas. I will not allow myself to move forward.
I will not allow myself to move forward.
Too much to resolve in the here and now.
Too much to resolve in the here and now.
I can't even think about the future.
I cannot even think about the future.
What else?
I'm stuck in quicksand, afraid of the unknown.
I am, sorry, it cut out. I am unknown.
Stuck in quicksand and afraid of the unknown.
I am stuck in quicksand and afraid of the unknown. I'm not concerned about the future.
I'm not concerned about the future.
I will just continue to do me.
I will just continue to do me.
I don't want to keep up with the collective.
I don't want to keep up with the collective.
I'm not interested in new information
I am not interested in new information
or new ways of doing things.
or new ways of doing things.
What else?
I feel like I'm stuck in a factory farm.
I feel like I'm stuck in a factory farm. Oh my gosh. Yes. What else?
Asking for weakness is a sign of Asking for help is a sign of weakness.
Asking for help is a sign of weakness. Yes, very good. Anything else? We'll finish this round out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
And as if things weren't bad enough with the white noise, we're having a very large tree cut down that is too close to our house. With all the tornadoes that come through here, this tree is dangerous and it's so big. And as we're going through the tapping and they're cutting off her, it's a she, cutting off her limbs, and I feel terrible about cutting down this tree. Believe me to God, I do. This tree is saying, "No, please don't take me down." So in the midst of everything going on, I've now got this tree sending me information. Go, please, 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 don't say this is the end for me. And I feel so bad. I'm like,
Mm.
I hope I don't have to repay that karmic debt. And I'm sure that somehow I will. But this tree is going to kill us if it falls on the house. Um, and unfortunately, we still have to operate practically in the modern day world as well. I would love to not take a tree down. Believe me to God, I would. So I've got that going on too. All right, Mr. Reality, what did you get?
I got a voice in my head that said, "How can you walk without legs?"
Yeah, walk without legs. Yeah, that's a good one. Wow. Um, yeah, and I've got this tree interfering now. So it's like, please, I don't want to end, but you know, maybe this is the last lifetime of the tree and it's time for this tree to move on into an animal lifetime. That's what I'm getting. You see the resistance? There is so much resistance to change.
Hmm.
Because if I let this tree stay here, with the amount of tornadoes we get coming through here, I mean, it's ridiculous. But this tree will just stay here for hundreds more years. I mean, it really will. And see the hesitancy, the resistance. No, I don't want to go into spirit world and have to come back as something else. I want to be a tree. I don't want to come back and have to deal with AI, robotics, the big rich poor divide, because as we can see, that's where it's headed. So I'm saying our souls need to get on board with what's coming down the pike. We need to adjust to keep up, or we're going to be either stuck in survival mode, working 5 jobs, if we're lucky to even have 5 jobs, or we're going to have the tools available to us to grow our consciousness. Um, and it's very apparent to me which one I want to be with. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
All of this fear of change,
All of this fear of change,
this massive resistance.
this massive resistance.
We like things as they are now.
We like things as they are now.
We don't want to be forced to embrace change.
We do not want to be forced to embrace change.
How can we walk without legs?
How can we walk without legs?
All of these small foundations are important.
All of these small foundations are important.
Why should we worry about building larger foundations?
Why should we worry about building larger foundations?
We've never had to move at this speed before,
We've never had to move at this speed before,
and we will dig in our heels.
and we will dig in our heels.
You can't make me.
You can't make me.
The soul will fight you.
The soul will fight you.
The conscious mind is not more powerful than the soul.
The conscious mind is not more powerful than the soul.
That is not the way this system works.
That is not the way the system works.
The soul is supposed to be the one in charge.
The soul is supposed to be the one in charge,
And there's nothing we can do about that.
and there's nothing we can do about that.
What else?
I like my place in this world and don't want to leave.
I like my place in this world and don't want to leave. Yes. I'm very resistant to change.
I'm very resistant to change.
It traps my consciousness whenever I have to change.
It traps my consciousness when I have to change.
How do I know what I change with, or sorry, how do I know when I change it will be a better situation?
How do I know when I've changed it will be a better situation?
I fear the unknown.
I fear the unknown.
I would rather just hide away.
I would rather just hide away.
What else?
I fear getting into the fast lane and being stuck there.
I fear getting into the fast lane and being stuck there. Mm. What if it's the wrong lane?
What if it's the
Mm.
wrong lane?
What else?
I'm too technology challenged.
I'm too technology challenged. Yes. Um, I don't trust that I can find a solution
I don't trust that I can find a solution
if I get myself into a trap.
if I get myself into a trap.
I am not that strong.
I'm not that strong.
It's better the trap you know than the trap you don't.
It's better the trap you know than the trap you don't.
What else?
I fear I will neglect my body if I focus on my soul.
Mm, I fear I will neglect my body if I focus on my soul. My soul actually is not that important to me.
My soul actually is not that important to me.
They haven't done me any favors in this lifetime.
They have not done me any favors in this lifetime.
Can I, God, can I exchange it for a new one?
Can I exchange it for a new one?
Oh dear. What else?
I fear it's a trick of the dark.
I fear it's a trick of the dark. Yes. What else?
I'm out of touch with the reality and those around me.
I'm out of touch with reality and those around me. Anything else?
Stuff moves way too fast. I can never keep up.
Stuff moves way too fast. I can never keep up. Very good. I like living in my bubble,
I like living in my bubble.
and so does my soul.
And so does my soul.
It likes to learn at its own pace, at its own pace. Yes.
It likes to learn at its own pace.
It doesn't care if it's last in the class.
It doesn't care if it's last in the class.
It rather moves slow and methodically
It would rather move slow and methodically
than take risks.
than take risks.
Yep. What else? Anything else?
I don't want to take on new challenges. I'm too busy focusing on the old ones.
I don't want to take on new challenges. I'm too busy focusing on the old ones. Yeah. What else?
Everyone else is moving faster than me.
Everyone else is moving faster than me. I cannot keep up.
I cannot keep up.
I don't have the brain capacity to deal with this level of new information.
I don't have the brain capacity to deal with this new information.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I don't have places to store these new tools.
I don't have places to store these new tools. Yeah. My soul doesn't see that money is important.
My soul does not see that money is important.
It works against me, not for me.
It works against me, not for me.
Okay, now I've got tightness in the throat. Let's finish this one out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
What did you get?
I don't understand it, but you know how when you get a wet sheet out of the washing machine and it's like wrung really tightly and there are knots in it and you have to get them
Oh
out? I
God.
feel like that's our body.
Yes.
Like we're just knotted up with the dampness of all the past trauma.
You and I are on the same page. I'm too entrenched in karmic debt to worry about the future. Yep. Yep. That irritates the life out of me when you wash sheets and they get knotted up.
Yeah,
And then you gotta try and pull them out of the washing machine. Oh my
that's
God.
how
And
we
it's
feel.
like, yeah, it's like tug of war with the washer. Exactly. Exactly. It's tug of war. That's what we're doing. Oh, perfect. All right. Whew. I got this. I'm nauseated too. And I also feel this, tightness in my throat. So let's keep going. Wow. We're getting there though. I feel that this is really important. And again, this is something we're going to have to work on You're just going to work on sending that communication to the soul. Just make sure that when you're doing it in a very gentle way. Don't go busting in there saying, you know what, you suck, right? That's not good. Don't say that. You're not going to get your soul to be persuaded to your mindset. Okay. You've got to persuade the soul. If you go blazing in there, oh my God, what's going to happen? Now you're at war. And we don't want that. I've had many wars with my soul, and I can tell you, I usually lose. You don't want to be at war with your soul. You want to be operating on the same page. All right, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
I am too entrenched in my karmic debt.
I'm too entrenched in my karmic debt.
My energy field is knotted.
My energy field is knotted.
I cannot see the way forward.
I cannot see the way forward.
I don't care about what's coming.
I don't care about what's coming.
I will just relocate to a backwards place. Ooh,
I'll just relocate to a backwards place.
that's not good. What else?
I feel all knotted up in my soul.
I feel all knotted up and entangled in my soul. Yes. This is one big conundrum.
This is one big conundrum.
I cannot seem to release the karmic debt.
I cannot seem to release the karmic debt.
I'm too trapped
I'm too trapped
in my negative thought process.
in my negative thought processes.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Someone else will fix my soul. I'll just lay back.
Yeah, someone else will fix my soul. I'll just lay back. Someone else will take responsibility for me.
Someone else will take responsibility for me.
I'm not willing to meet others halfway.
I'm not willing to meet others halfway.
I always have to be right.
I always have to be right.
I refuse to compromise.
I refuse to compromise.
I have no empathy.
I have no empathy.
I like the way I am.
I like the way I am.
Why should I have to change?
Why should I have to change?
What else?
I'm addicted to the chaos.
I'm addicted to the chaos and the drama. Yes, that's
It's
how I
someone else's
live.
fault.
It's someone else's fault. My brain is too cluttered.
My brain is too cluttered.
I've given up on myself
I've given up on myself
and my goals.
and my goals.
What else?
I want to be a blank slate again, like in the olden days.
Yeah, I want to be a blank slate again, like the olden days. Yes, my manifestations never work.
My manifestations never work.
The world is not for me, it is against me.
The world is not for me, it's against me.
I am too stuck in my everyday struggles.
I'm too struck in my everyday struggles.
I have no time to grow my consciousness.
I have no time to grow my consciousness.
I don't care about ascension.
I don't care about ascension.
I've been doing this for thousands of lifetimes.
I've been doing the same thing for thousands of lifetimes.
Yes. Yeah. And we do. What else?
I feel like someone's keeping me down with their thumb.
Yeah. I feel like someone's keeping me down with
Thumb.
yeah, their thumb. I'm under the thumb. I'm henpecked, which is a very British saying. Um, what else?
I don't have time to react to new things.
I don't have time to react to new things. I can barely deal with what I have.
I can
Yeah.
barely deal with what I have.
Everything is so chaotic
Everything is so chaotic
and scrambled.
and scrambled.
I have to learn who I am first
I have to learn who I am first
in order for the universe to make sense.
in order for the universe to make sense.
What else?
I become complacent if I'm not struggling.
I become complacent if I'm not struggling. That's true. Yes.
It's
I
easier to
don't
give
see
up
the
than to
need for
try.
change. It's easier to give up than to try. Yeah. I like feeding the dark thoughts.
I like what?
Feeding the dark thoughts.
Feeding the dark thoughts.
I agree with those negative thoughts.
I agree with those negative thoughts.
Yeah. What else? We'll finish this one out. My throat is still tight. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right. What did you get?
I feel like just when you have everything in place, a big wind comes through the window and blows all your papers around. So I can't seem to get organized, I guess, is the sentiment.
Yeah, I can't seem to get organized. See, you know, that whole thing. Now, somebody asked a good question. You know, where we did the inner voice part two and we gave everybody a coping skill, how to deal with it, right? Whenever it's negative. And somebody says, well, can I include that in the CTT tapping? So in the script. And I said no. And the reason I said no was because you need to do a completely new round, right? So a completely separate round. And what you would do is you list all of those negatives. So, oh, I don't like the way I look today, or I'm not, this, or I'm not that, I'm a loser, I'm that, whatever, those negative messages are. Okay. And what you would do is you take those and you say, there's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to know that I'm a loser and blah, 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 blah. Those negative messages are not me. Very, very important, right? And don't forget, if you can't find the opposite of it, whatever the negative emotion is, self-love, right? I'm a disappointment. No, I'm not. I'm self-love. I hate myself. No, I don't. I'm self-love. I love myself. Okay. At the basis of every negative emotion, the opposite is self-love. I have anxiety. I'm confident. I'm a drag. I'm fun to be around, right? You whatever you want to put as the opposite, but if you can't think of an opposite, I am self-love and I love me. Very, very important. So with regards to doing that coping strategy and splitting that version, that negative version of yourself, and saying, you know what, you're not me. Actually, have you guys tried that? It works. Okay. There's a handful of people who I've heard back from that have tried it and it absolutely works. You're craving something, right? That's my problem. The cupcake, the sugar, especially when I'm tired. You're not me. I'm not listening to you because you are not me. Guess what? Went away. So yes, if you wanted to incorporate that into the tapping script, I would say do a whole nother round. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. My throat is tight. Now, what scared me also was the information that says, well, I'll just go live somewhere slower. I don't think you want to do that. Okay. The soul is saying, well, I'm just going to go live and I'll go live in a third world country that doesn't have access to all of these technological things, doesn't have access to electricity, running water, clean. Yeah, no, no. Because see, the soul is like, well, you don't tell me, I tell you. And that's how we're used to operating. We've got to change that around. And the conscious mind, as the conscious mind is becoming stronger, what you have to do is you have to send, but the soul is not. Again, from another CTT session we got, you have to send some of that strength from the conscious mind into the soul. And you have to get the soul, again, you're persuading the soul. You have to get the soul to be as strong as the conscious mind. And this is all a work in progress. So let's keep going. The throat tightness, what are you guys getting? So go into that emotion, go into that tightness. It's this sad. Okay, very typical. Mourning the loss of the pace that we are used to. Huh. If we don't get up to speed, we are going to be so left behind. And the souls, those people at the top that have all this money, when you go into them and they're innovators, I'm not talking about the evil people, right? I'm talking about the good people, the innovators, the ones that are benefiting humanity. They're using their money for good causes, they're creating things. Those souls, the one thing that they all have in common, well, there's a few things. They're fearless, they're unstoppable, they're determined, they don't have a lot of empathy, but also they know how to pivot. They know how to change and change very quickly. And that is very evident. I have probed them so much, and that is so important. And that's why they're on top of their game. They're up there because they know the soul says, you know what? This isn't working. This doesn't work for me. I'm changing and I'm moving with the times. That's why this is so important. All right. So yeah, I'm mourning the loss of the pace that we are used to. And again, drop it in the chat. This is probably our last round. And we'll just see if we can fix it with this one. Let's go. Did I ask you what you got, Mr. Reality? I forgot.
I forgot what I got. So move on.
Oh, sorry. God. Okay. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We have forgotten who we are.
We have forgotten who we are.
We are so disconnected from the soul.
We are so disconnected from the soul.
We will mourn the loss of the slow pace.
We will mourn the loss of the snail's pace.
Mm. Yes, the outside world does not match the inside world.
The outside world does not match the inside world.
I cannot relax.
I cannot relax.
I just want to find peace in this world.
I just want to find peace in this world.
I don't want to trust the speed of the current.
I don't want to trust the speed of the times.
Yeah. Why should I modify my frequency and vibration?
Why should I modify my frequency and my vibration?
Even though other realms may be accessible to me,
Even though other realms may be accessible to me,
I refuse to look into them.
I refuse to look into them. Liz?
I am no match to mass consciousness.
I am no match for mass consciousness.
Oh, you're back. My brain does not operate as I wish that it would, as I wish it did. Hmm.
Say that again. Yeah, I lost internet there, but
Sorry, no worries. My brain does not operate as I wish, as I would like for it to.
my brain does not operate as I would like it to.
I have faulty wiring.
I have faulty wiring.
What else?
I like to make the
I,
mistakes because I learned from them.
I like to make the mistakes because I learned from them. I like long-winded trauma.
I like long-winded trauma.
I like trauma that lasts for years and years and years.
I like trauma that lasts for years and years and years.
I like handouts.
I like the handouts.
I don't want to be self-sufficient.
I don't want to be self-sufficient.
I'm okay with being at the bottom of the food chain.
I'm okay with being at the bottom of the food chain.
It means I have less responsibility.
It means I have less responsibility.
I can barely take care of myself.
I can barely take care of myself.
I live in clutter.
I live in clutter.
What else?
I have an eternity, so why bother now?
Yeah. And that is the problem right there. That's what that whoever said that, bingo. I have an eternity, so why bother now? You hit the bullseye right there. Let's close. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. We're letting all of that negativity go. It is no longer us, right? You can say that at the deep breath if you want. It is no longer me. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
All right, we're going to close. Did you feel that leave when we said it is? I think it's on the deep breath. You may be, I mean, another round if you have time, right? If you want to do another round and say all those negatives and say, you are not me, perfect. If you're short on time, Spirit just gave us, take a deep breath. You are not me, blow out, move on. All right, let's close. So we're going to easily and joyfully manifest again the optimum ability to keep up with the changing times and evolutionary modern, not back in the dark age. You see how wording is important? Modern evolutionary times of the universe. All right. We don't need to go live in, I don't know, Timbuktu with no running water. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
forgiveness of others,
the forgiveness of others,
and easily and joyfully manifest
and easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to keep up with the changing times,
to keep up with the changing time,
use them to our consciousness benefit
use them to our consciousness benefit,
or for our consciousness benefit, and modern evolutionary times
and modern evolutionary times
of the universe,
of the universe,
in all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
in all of those wonderful spaces we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Well, great. Thank you so much. This was really important. This is not a one and done. I repeat, not a one and done. This is a process. We're going to have to work on this. You can use this as part of your 369 if you want. That would be wonderful as well. And thank you, Mr. Reality. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And thanks for everyone turning up.